and welcome to NSE Study Break. I'm your host, Lisette, and today we're interviewing Marian. Marian, how are you?
I'm doing really great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. All right, so can you tell me first off, where is your home campus?
So my home campus is in Oregon. I attend Western Oregon University.
Ooh, nice. She's from the west side, right? Yeah.
Western side of Oregon, like somewhere in the middle. It's in Monmouth, Oregon, but no one has really heard.
Awesome. And then where was your host campus?
My host campus was in University of Puerto Rico, the San Juan campus.
Nice. And then when did you do your exchange?
So I did my exchange my sophomore year, so beginning of last year, and I did it fall term, so it was between August and December.
Oh wow, nice. And okay, so one of the questions I know, Western Oregon University, they do, terms, right? So you have 3 different terms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so how was that for you going to Rio Pedras where they did semesters?
So it was a little different because we have terms here. I actually start here late September.
Mm-hmm.
But because Rio Piedras had to do semesters, I started way earlier. That actually was really good for me because it gave me more credits. My school gave me more credits because I was in school longer. Mm-hmm. So each credit I took over there was worth 1.5 here, which actually ended up really cool because I took 12 credits over there and got 18 credits here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it actually turned out really well. And I didn't mind starting school early, especially because I was in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I still had my summer going on the whole time.
I know. So, was it pretty sunny there the whole time then? How was it, weather-wise?
For sure. Definitely when I first got there, it was really hot and humid, but it's kind of easy to get used to over some time. And the heat doesn't really go away. It's very it's very hot there.
Mm-hmm.
Around. Of course, there's some rain showers and stuff, but near December, there's almost no rain. It's very it's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was really hot. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I bet though, even with the heat though, you get to see all the pretty beaches, spend your time there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And all I threw on was a t-shirt and some shorts, and that was it. I didn't really have to worry about layering on outfits like I do here in the winter.
Love it. All right, so then my next question is, what were some of your favorite parts of your exchange?
Oh God, there's so many parts that I would say were the best parts. One really cool thing I did is I went skydiving, actually.
Wow.
And I got to see the beach in the center of the island, which is kind of like a rainforest. Mm-hmm. And water looks green and teal, and it was beautiful. Just the view up there was the best part for sure. And then another part was definitely meeting a lot of people. I actually made friends with a lot of other NSE students from a lot of different places. I met someone they weren't from NSE, but I met someone from London. There was someone from Slovakia. There were people from Spain. And then there were people from all over the U.S. too, Californians, people from New York. So it was really cool getting to talk to people and kind of getting to know what their story was and their reasons for wanting to go on exchange to Puerto Rico. And also I got to meet a lot of Puerto Ricans, which was really cool. Listening to their stories and the way they lived there. It was really touching, but also very eye-opening because, they live in a lot of poverty, and Puerto Rico is just a beautiful, beautiful touristic place, but it's still pretty bad, I guess, for people who live there. So it puts things more into perspective for me, and I tried to help out as much as I could.
Okay, yes, I'm glad to hear that you met so many amazing people on your exchange and you got to go skydiving. That's exciting. That's something so new. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Did you have any other fun experiences while you were there you wanted to share?
Yeah, so one thing we would do a lot is just kind of explore the island because we were kind of in like the capital area. So what was close to us was like definitely like Viejo San Juan, which is like kind of the center of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see a lot of beautiful beaches. We literally tried to like hit every beach we possibly could in the span of 4. Um, we got to go to like the center of the island, which is more like rainforest. We even got to see like where they make coffee, where they
Oh,
get the
wow.
coffee beans. They like showed us like the whole process, which I thought was really cool because I'm like absolutely obsessed with coffee, and they actually do. And what else, man? Everything there, even just walking to class, I'd say was like such an experience because like there's so many different sorts of wildlife there. So like I could just see all these different things, these plants that I've never seen. Everything is just so beautiful. I really liked the university there. Actually, the professors were so caring and
Aw.
on exchange. And even though I'm a native Spanish speaker, I was still kind of struggling.
Yeah.
So they really helped me out one on one and did the best so that I could succeed. And I just love that about them. And oh God, what else? I'd say even just living in the dorms, I think was fun because a lot of other NSE students got to live in there too. My roommate, actually, she's from Arkansas. And so me and her were always just having fun no matter what, whether we were like in the dorm, just like cooking up some food in the kitchen or like going out and doing something fun.
Oh, I'm glad you got to get close with your roommate
Yeah.
and that all the other NSC students are there. I think that'll be great for, all of you watchers that want to go to like Rio Pedras to know that you'll be able to make your friends in the dorms and get to meet all like the Puerto Ricans that live there too.
For
Um,
sure.
okay. My next question is, what were some of your favorite campus traditions you got to experience and or like Puerto Rican traditions?
Ooh. One thing I really liked doing was salsa dancing. It was like hard at first, but like eventually I got the hang of it and it was super fun. Another thing, I wouldn't consider it tradition, but like the food. The food there's a plate, there's a dish called mofongo.
Mhm.
It's kind of like mashed plantains and like garlic, and it's so good. I think everyone should try it. And so I had a ton of that while I was there. Um, I can't really think of other traditions, but everything there was just like really fun to do. It was really cool just being immersed into their culture.
That's good. All right. Yeah, no worries about not having any other fun things you can't think of. It'll probably pop in your head later. You're like, oh no, I should have mentioned this.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. The next question is, what was a challenge you had to overcome while you were on your exchange, and what did you learn about yourself by overcoming it?
Oh, I would say definitely being in a country by myself. And I say by myself just because I didn't have my friends from home. I didn't have my family. I'd say at first it was really hard just trying to like find my place there because I felt so out of place at first. Um, and I kind of doubted myself. I didn't think I could make any friends, but after a while I realized how like special of an opportunity it was, and people were so nice. So I made friends pretty quickly after that. It was just the initial being there and kind of like second guessing myself. But
Yeah.
I know a lot of other exchange students who felt the exact same way. And in the end, we all like forgot about that and made like beautiful memories and made really good friendships. So it
Aw.
all went away.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I feel like that's been like a reoccurring theme, and I'm very glad to hear that like, everyone's gonna have that feeling of like, oh, I can't do this, and then boom, you've got friends, you're having a great time, you're like, I love it here.
Oh, yeah.
So would you have any advice or, like recommendations for students that decide to go on exchange in general, and then those that decide to go to Rio Pedras?
So on exchange in general, I would say just because you're in another country, you want to like as much as you're doing school, you're also there like visiting and getting to know the country. So I would say definitely save up some money because you're going to be over there. You're going to be wanting to try that food, like everything, right? So, and I would also say like keep an open mind. Like you might go in with some expectations, and that's fine. But like you get there and like so many things happen that you would never even expect to do or like for it to happen. And in terms of like going to Rio Piedras, ooh, bring like as you know, there's warm weather, so I would say just bring like as many bikinis as you can for sure. Like shorts, like anything for warm weather. I'd say also it takes a while to get used to like an accent that you haven't really been used to hearing before. So at first it's really hard. You might like have a lot of trouble like understanding what people are saying, but you really get used to it after a while. So it's like it's not a problem after a couple days.
Okay. That's great to hear. That probably gives a lot of people reassurance. They're like, I can't do this. Okay, yeah. And then my last question is, why would you recommend NSE to other students?
It's probably the best thing you can ever do. I'd say going abroad was like the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life. I definitely took a big leap of faith going. And you know, like I believe that anything that you do that's like unexpected, that like you're a little bit scared of, it ends up being like a really great experience.
All right, well then, do you have any other last minute questions, comments, advice, anything you'd like to share before we finish our interview?
Viva Puerto Rico, that's all I gotta say.
Awesome. Well, thank you all that are watching this interview right now, and thank you so much, Marian, for joining us. We really appreciate your input.
Of course.